Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love is Blind Season 1, Love is Blind UK. Season 1, Episodes 5 and 6. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So when episode 5 first opens up, Nicole is sitting in the cafe waiting for Benaya to come. So they both meet up. Nicole would have been meeting herself if it were me, but that's just me. Because I'm sorry, I'm not playing second fiddle to nobody. Yes, I know people make mistakes and they think about it in the pods and, oh, I should have chosen. No, you should know when you know. Okay. And if you don't know, then I got to go. That's my motto. Okay. Y'all know I like to do a little rhyme. I do it all the time. So anywho, Nicole says Benaya isn't second best and she really wants to be with him and she just wants to make amends. She wants to apologize. He's such a great guy. She can't see herself with anybody other than him. So he comes sashaying in with his long hair child and he said that when he saw her, she was a lot nicer than he imagined. So I don't know what he imagined her to look like, but he was impressed by what she did look like. So she starts explaining that she instantly regretted choosing Sam. Child, Sam instantly regretted choosing Sam. And y'all know what? I was looking at Sam. Don't Sam kind of remind you of the man that played Pee Wee Herman? I don't know if y'all watched Pee Wee Herman or Pee Wee's Playhouse when y'all were younger. But baby, my grandmother will put on a good PBS special in a minute. And Sam gives Pee Wee. It's giving Pee Wee. Charlie gives Pee Wee to me. She said that she likes Benaya, but she felt like she was pouring into him and he wasn't giving it back. I knew it. I told y'all. I said the reason why she chose Sam is because when she asked Benaya in that moment if he was ready to do it or not, he was dragging his feet. And she apologized to him for messing up. He's like, you don't owe me an apology. So then Benaya starts telling her that he was nervous coming there. I mean, as anybody would be. And he couldn't get her out of his head. So he lost her once and he doesn't want to lose her again. He knew she wanted commitment. So then he asked her to stand up. And then he asked her to marry him. I mean, I guess it was underwhelming for me. At least the two of them seem happy. But I just feel like, child, it was the lesser of two evils. Moving forward. Back in Greece, we see a little bit of each of the couples. You know, they do the little montages and whatnot. Steven and Sabrina. Child, he done walked out in his little Speedo. Okay, Steven, I see you. Steven is a good time. He has one of the best personalities on this cast. He is very underrated, honey. The people ain't talking about Steven enough. The people is not talking about Steven enough. Steven, I got you. So Sabrina asked if he could see him, waking up to her every day. And of course, y'all know he said yes. Maria and Tom. So they're talking about meeting the other couples. And Maria says she's interested to see how Catherine is with Ollie. Now, let me just say this right here. Y'all know I was calling her old Christine last episode. I don't know where I got Christine from, honey, but the way she pissed me off all up and through episodes 5 through 9, she might just be Christine again this review. But Catherine, it is. So she wants to see how Catherine and Ollie are going to be together because, Catherine was all in when it came to Ollie, but she ultimately said she saw a life with Freddie, so she chose Freddie. So Maria was like, yeah, because she broke up with him on his birthday. Tom said, is that right? Well, that's suspicious. Because he said he broke up with her. He was trying to save face. I mean, who wants to admit they got dumped on their birthday? Granted, he came in there and he felt away because, baby, she didn't have not a balloon, not a cupcake, not a streamer, not a card, not a handmade puppet, nothing. She didn't have nothing. Demi went all out for him. So I think it probably would have been that situation had she not gone first. But, girl, he was just trying to save face. It'll be fine. Catherine and Freddie. So he's asking if she feels connections on another level. She said it feels like they've known each other their whole lives. So she brings up seeing the other couples, right? Now get this. He's worried about showing the connection that they have. This heifer gonna say, well, my biggest concern is Ollie. I can't stand Catherine. I almost called her Christine. I can't stand Catherine. She's like, I'm very nervous to see Ollie, and I feel like I want to sit down with him, and I want to talk to him about the fact that he said he dumped me. Like, I want to talk about that. Freddie said, well, it really doesn't matter. That was just his pride and ego speaking. She wants to pull him to the side for a little chat about it. I mean, really, it's pride on her end too. Because who cares who broke it off? You chose Freddie. Like I told y'all, you do not need closure, baby. The chapter is closed when he proposed. So why do you need to go over there and make sure you let him know that you knew that he said that he dumped you and we know he dumped him? Like, it's too much. Okay, it's just too much. I mean, I guess me personally, I wouldn't give a damn. I wouldn't give a damn. It wouldn't bother me because I would feel like, okay, he said he broke up with me. Child, whatever helps you sleep at night. That's just me. You know, some men don't take rejection well. Child, Demi and Ollie Pop. So they're at breakfast, right? And he's saying how lucky he is to have her. And Demi is saying that they haven't gotten physical yet, but it's no rush. Okay, girl. To me, I'm feeling like it's no rush so he can let you down easy because sex makes things more difficult. Now, I hope that I am wrong, but that's just what it's giving, honey. I don't know. So he asked her if she has anxiety about taking things to the physical level. She said, no, I mean, this has been good, so I'm thinking that's going to be good too. He said if they rush to sex, then it's going to take away from what they built in the pods. I am absolutely not buying that. I am sorry. I don't buy that. That is not going to take away from what you have in the pods. The reason for this is so that you can see if the physical matches the emotional. It has absolutely nothing to do with you so y'all gonna talk to each other behind a wall forever. Y'all remember that one season of the US version? It was somebody that kept saying that they wanted the connection they had back in the pods. They wish they could have a wall up. I don't remember what couple it was, but that's what this was giving me. So they bring up seeing the other couples, and Demi said, yeah, I can't wait to see Maria, Jasmine, Sabrina, and what's the other girl's name? He said Catherine. She said, oh, yeah. Demi, now you know full well you remembered Catherine, honey. You remembered Christine. You remember that lady. But I like the little sprinkle of petty, honey. You better get into it. Moving forward. So she's anxious to see how Ollie is going to interact with Catherine as well, because he may be physically attracted to her. She's like, he liked us both, but for different reasons. So I want to see how things are going to go and how we're going to be around the other couples, because we've just gone from the pods to this villa. It's just been us two. I want to see how we get in the mix. In the next scene, the couple start showing up. Jasmine and Bobby, Steven and Sabrina, Ollie and Demi, Tom and Maria show up. Baby, so then Catherine and Freddie arrive last. Baby, the way Freddie hit that beach with that shirt open and those chiseled abs and that Colgate smile, ain't no way I'd be concerned about an Ollie. Who? Baby, the only Ollie I'd be concerned about is that damn Ollie Pop. It ain't no way that I would be concerned about him. He could just say he dumped me on the first pod date. I don't give a damn. Do you hear me? I don't care. Baby, I am standing up next to fine Freddie, the funeral director. Ollie just kept looking over at Catherine. Did y'all see that? And then he almost knocked Freddie down to go and get that hug. It was given when Nelly crossed that Versus stage to hug Ashanti. Y'all remember that? How Nelly had them skates on his feet and he rollerbladed his ass over there to get to Ashanti. Baby, this is crazy. I mean, actually, I think Demi can hold her own next to Catherine. She ain't all that, child. She ain't all that in a bag of chips, as they used to say back in the day. But of course, beauty is subjective. I just want Demi to have more confidence in herself. Girl, you look good. Okay, don't be worried about everybody else. So Catherine is ready to go talk to Ollie because she has to get this straight. She did the dumping and not him. So they sit down. She told him, yeah, it got back to me that you had went around to the guys in the lounge and lied and said that you broke up with me. I mean, I'm not being dumped on my birthday either. Sorry. I don't care who did the dumping. It's my party and I'll dump you if I want to. I am not going to be dumped on my birthday. So if you think you dumped me, then you think you dumped me. But if it's 9/17, then I dumped you. Moving forward. He's like, no, I didn't say that. Sir, everybody not lying on you. He gonna say, well, I don't remember saying it. Talking about, I said I was going to do it and I was relieved that we were on the same page. But I mean, if I said it, I apologize because it's not true. Maybe I mistold them. So while they're over there, Jasmine got her good eye on them, honey. I know that's right. Jasmine is watching while Demi is trying to remain and pretend like she's unbothered. So Catherine is telling him that she respects him. Now, the whole time she's talking, he's smizing, baby, very engaged. Didn't break eye contact once. Do you hear me? So he tells her, just because we're with other people, it doesn't take away from the fact that we had a vibe. And why was that necessary to say? She didn't say that y'all didn't have a vibe. She said that you lied and said that you broke up with her. That's all she said. So why did you feel the need to say that? So Demi is trying not to look so she doesn't appear jealous, but Jasmine couldn't care less, baby. She is on the case. Okay, she's like, girl, I'm gonna look for you. Yeah, they looking at each other. Girl, he just said hi and she just said bye. I mean, she was giving all the details. So he starts fishing for compliments, asking her if he is what she thought looks wise. And she was like, I mean, yeah and no. I mean, I really didn't imagine the beard. He said, is that good or bad? She said, it's good. It's too much. Y'all doing too much talking. Baby, all you had to do was say, no, I didn't say you broke up with me. And then she said, okay, that's all the reason why I want to sit down with you. We good. All right, everybody, let's get back to mingling. Y'all doing too much talking about everything else. So he said, she's what he did picture. He's like, yeah, you're what I pictured. So they hug it out and they go back to their partners. Catherine went back putting 20 on 10, talking about, I said treat Demi well and I couldn't be happier with Freddie. Now, did they edit that part out? Because I ain't hear none of that. I didn't hear you say anything about treat Demi well. And I didn't hear you say anything about you couldn't be happier with Ollie. So now it's nightfall, y'all. Everyone is kind of just chatting, drinking. They're winding down. So they're wondering about Sam and Nicole. Demi is over there talking to Sabrina and Jasmine. And Jasmine was like, girl, don't leave your man alone. Okay, go over there and get your man. Girl, go get him. Jasmine a trip. Yeah, you got to watch him, honey. So she goes over to talk to Ollie. Now, you can tell that her spirits are a little bit down because she was like, yeah, you're right. But this is the thing. I know a lot of people feel like Jasmine is team too much, but sometimes a girl like Demi needs a friend like Jasmine. Jasmine's going to give her that extra push that she needs. Is she pushy? Yes. And she get it from her mama. And we're going to get into that in some episodes later. But I do feel like Demi appreciates her, just guiding her a little bit. So anywho, when she walked over there, he didn't even act like she was his fiance. This man gonna say, oh, you scared the crap out of me. Oh, honey, it could not be me. It just could not be me. So he's like, how you feeling? She said, I feel like we're the drama. After that conversation, like, I want to know, what did you say? Like, what happened? So he gonna say, I just put it in the back of my mind. Yeah, right. Now, in the middle of her talking to him, he calls Bobby over to talk. No, sir. You need to focus on your woman right now. She is asking you for reassurance in this moment. And he just totally dismissed her. He was really pissing me off. He really was. So he and Bobby go over to the side to start talking. And he's telling him that after he and Catherine basically talked, he thought it would be done, but there's something in the air. Here go Bobby co-signing, talking about, yeah, it's definitely something in the air because Catherine keeps eyeing you. That woman ain't thinking about him. If anything, he's standing alone thinking about her. Ollie said, well, I mean, she keeps looking at me. And then she kind of looks away. But, my primary concern is Demi, just like your primary concern is Jasmine. I can't tell. The way you just walked away to talk to Bobby when Demi was in the middle of telling you how she felt. When he says these little things, because I know a lot of people are perplexed when it comes to Ollie Pop. To me, when he says little things like, my main concern is Demi, it gives me that he's aware of the cameras. So let me say this. That's what I gather from it. I could be wrong, baby. These are just my opinions. That's why the channel is called Misha IMO, because the IMO stands for in my opinion. I don't think I ever told y'all that, but that's what the IMO stands for. So that's just what it's giving me. So then Bobby told him to talk to Demi because she's very quiet now. He's like, yeah, we'll talk back at the villa. Child, he don't give a damn. Moving forward. Demi is over there asking Jasmine what they need to talk about. That's my question. Like Jasmine said, he should be talking to you and not my man. And Jasmine, get him away from Bobby, honey, before he been rubbed off on him. I hate how uncomfortable Demi is, though, y'all. I hate how uncomfortable she's feeling. And Ollie is so self-absorbed that he's only worried about his own feelings. He has totally dismissed her this entire night. So now after they talk, Bobby goes over to Jasmine. Y'all listen to this very carefully. They have talked. Bobby and Ollie, they chopped it up. That's what we say over here in the South. I don't know if anybody else says it. They over there, they chopping it up. He leaves and goes to Jasmine. And Ollie walks the opposite direction. That would infuriate me. Not only are you not checking to see if I want to continue the conversation, Everyone is around their person but me. So Jasmine said, that's my baby. That's my baby. Demi said, I'm happy for you. I'm not so happy for me right now. Ooh, child. So as all this is going down, then Benaya and Nicole show up. And baby, what a reception. Everybody was so excited to see Benaya and Nicole come through together. And you could just tell nobody liked Sam. I knew that when he walked through the pods and said, yeah, well, we're engaged. And everybody was like, oh, okay. What's for dinner? Child, I didn't care. Child, y'all want something from the stove? They didn't care. But as far as Benaya and Nicole, it was a huge reception. The men were so happy to see him. The women wanted all the tea from Nicole. And she was just telling them, like, it didn't feel right. Me and Benaya, we met at the cafe. I apologized to him. And Benaya's over there telling the men, she apologized to me. And then I proposed and now we're engaged. It's so amazing to me, though, y'all, that everyone felt Benaya was the better choice without ever meeting Sam. How could you make such a bad impression through a wall? I have never seen that before. Child, they can't stand him through a wall. Don't even know how he look. Now, the men know how he looks, but not the women. Moving forward. So all the women are talking about how great things are. And poor Demi, child, she was fading to the background. It reminds me of that meme where Homer Simpson fades into the bushes. That is how Demi was looking. She was like, in public, we aren't showing affection, but like the other couples are doing, but in private, we're very affectionate. He kisses me and everything. Demi, listen to me. I'm speaking directly to you, honey. You deserve affection outside and inside. Like you're making excuses for him, saying he struggles with showing affection. Does he struggle? Because that's not what he told Catherine. He wouldn't struggle if he was with who he wanted to be with. And when I hear Demi make these excuses for Ollie and things like that, it gives me, I've never had a man this fine. That's what it gives me. I've never had a man this fine. Might not never get a man this fine again in her eyes. Okay, because I think she can do 1,000 times better. And so she's just going to make every excuse in the book. In the next scene, everyone goes back to their villa, right? And Freddie is asking about the conversation that Catherine had with Ollie. She was like, I just didn't like how Demi was feeling. She looked sad. And Freddie said, well, I know that I'm here for you and you're here for me. So I didn't mind you talking to Ollie. I mean, I did feel a way that y'all were kind of like laughing, but it was fine. Nicole and Ben. It's their first night together, right? Benaya is asking about what side of the bed she wants to sleep on. And then he asked her if she snores. And she's like, no, I don't. Why does Nicole answer questions that way? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It's like she'll say the opposite when that's really not the answer. She did that same thing in the pods. When Sam said, I can't wait to pick you up. And she was like, you might not be able. Okay. Yeah. Like, girl, just answer the question. Talking about some, if you don't snore, then you don't snore. Child. Jasmine and Bobby. So they got their face mask on, honey, ready for a good gossip session. Jasmine is telling Bobby that Ollie should have been talking to Demi, not him. And it's disrespectful. It was disrespectful. Bobby sitting there agreeing, knowing full well he was over there co-signing Ollie. So Jasmine tells him, I didn't like the fact that he did that. So I'm going to have a talk with him about that. Moving forward. Demi and Ollie pop. So he's asking about what was wrong with her today. He's like, what was going on with you today? I know you're not asking this lady why she was upset today. I mean, she was trying to tell you why she was upset, but you chose to have an in-depth conversation with Bobby. She would have told you then. So she basically was like, I was just annoyed. And Demi said she felt a way about all that laughing, all that skinning and grinning they was doing. He's patronizing her, talking about, I mean, were we laughing? Well, I'm a funny guy. Actually, you're not. I haven't heard a funny thing yet. I haven't looked at you and gone, ha, 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 yet. Not yet. So he's like, well, it wasn't no flirting. I want to be with you. Now, on her part, there probably wasn't any flirting, but she's like, she was kind of flirting a little bit too. It was definitely some flirting going on. Let's be real. He said that she shouldn't feel bad because they never had what the two of them have. I chose you. I'm here with you. And so Demi is trying so hard to prove that she's not jealous and that, listen, Demi, it is normal to feel those things. Express those things. Don't suppress those things. Tell him. If he's upsetting you and making you feel away, tell him. Because if he runs because you're expressing yourself, then that's not the man for you. And that was the end of the episode. When episode 6 first opens up, it's the next morning. Benaya and Nicole are waking up together for the first time. And I'm not gonna lie, they actually look nice together. He's super happy to finally have a permanent home to house sit, y'all, because y'all know y'all know he say he be out sitting and whatnot. Demi and Ollie. So he's telling her he didn't like how quiet she was. Not you blaming everything on her. She's explaining that it didn't feel good seeing him have that conversation. She has problems with communication, so she just shuts down. He's like, you're absolutely allowed to feel all the feels, insecure, upset, all of that. He said, I'm not the slightest bit annoyed by that. Oh, okay. We're so happy that she didn't annoy you because you're definitely annoying me. He said he felt bad, that she felt bad. But again, I'm not buying it. You pulled Bobby to the side to co-sign and create this narrative that Catherine was secretly over there pining away for you. So, I mean, it's not given what's supposed to be gave with this explanation. You pulled Bobby to the side to co-sign, you feeling like there was still unfinished business between you and Catherine, and you ain't fooling me. So I don't want to hear nothing about it. He's talking about, yeah, you're the one for me, Is she? Who you trying to convince, her or you? I don't know. She was like, yeah, it's just important to get that response from him. And in the future, I'm going to be more secure because I'm the one that's got Ollie. He's with me. Girl, don't nobody want him but you. Okay. She said that she's very happy. And he said, next time, tell your face about it. I said, oh, baby. Not a care in the world. Freddie and Catherine. So they're talking. And she said leaving the toilet seat up annoys her. He said that all that sniffling that she does annoys him. Yes, snuffleupagus. He don't like it. All that. That's all that crying. Got your sinuses all messed up. You wouldn't be sniffing every 2 seconds if your sinuses wasn't messed up from all that crying. Jasmine and Bobby. So they're enjoying each other. I like them as a couple, child, so we can move on. Tom and Maria. They're out to lunch. They're talking about the other night and everyone thinking that they made a good match. Let's see what happens when Natasha enters the chat. Because I hear you talking now, but let's see what happens then. Nicole and Benaya. So they're having a date in a vineyard and they're talking about them getting physical. And she's telling him that she wasn't intimate until her 20s because she's very particular about who she shares her body with. He said he's kind of like the same way. I know that's right, girl. Don't feel bad. The 20s is quite all right. You ain't missed not a thing. Steven and Sabrina. They go horseback riding on the beach. Aw, how romantical. Yes, I know it's not romantical. Okay, I'm just saying. So they're talking about how excited she is for him to meet her real world friends. And I just think they are the cutest. They're unproblematic. They fall back. They do their own thing. They are not in the mix. And I like them together. Catherine and Freddie. Side note. One thing that I have noticed about the UK version, the scenes with the couples are very short. It's like they'll be together. They'll say a few sentences and then we're on to the next, which is cool, honey, for me. But I just don't want y'all to think I'm skipping a whole lot of detail because it's not a lot of detail to give. Catherine and Freddie. So they're going for a walk on the beach and she's asking him if it's going to be weird introducing her as his fiance. And he's like, no. I mean, my circle is really small, so not really. She's like, oh, okay. So no women are going to come out and attack me? Because y'all know it's one every season, honey. And Freddie just be smiling. He just happy to be there. He just be smiling. He said, no, I don't have any crazy exes. He said, I'm head over heels for you. I don't fully buy that Catherine is all in and serious about him, but maybe that's just me. So she told him nobody has ever meant what he means to her. And nobody has ever told her that and actually meant it. So she's going to need constant reassurance. Girl, you should have worked through that before you got on this show. So she's asking him if he trusted her fully, even though he's only known her for a few days. Now, trusting fully is a stretch. He doesn't know anything about you. So I'm confused on how he could trust you fully. He said, well, I mean, what we have is true. And he wants to know if she trusts him. She said, it's just going to take me a little bit longer. So then she said, have you ever cheated? He said, yes. Oh, Freddie, you lost me. Not you a cheater, pumpkin eater. He said he came in saying that he's going to be real, but it's only one time that he cheated. And he wishes that it never happened. The girl ended up finding out he didn't come clean. but he would never do anything like that again. He's trying to explain it away. And then he asked her if hearing that changes anything. And she said that she respects him for telling her the truth, but it was really hard to hear. And she feels like once a cheater, always a cheater. Listen, some people change, but I try and steer clear of previous cheaters because it plants seeds of doubt. And I ain't got time to be doing no investigative work. I just ain't got time. In the next scene, everybody is meeting up again. Does it seem like to y'all that Maria is always fawning over Tom and he just taking it all in? Because I was watching episodes 5 and 6, and it's like Maria always says nice things about Tom. And she was saying how all the people, all the women thought that they made a great couple. And I didn't hear him say anything in return. Tom, I'm watching you. And Ollie, I noticed you got that shirt open today because you seen Freddie hit the beach with his shirt open because you had a little white tank top on the other day. Now you got your chest out. I see you. So Freddie is over there talking, and he says he feels like things are different now, that he said that he's cheated and he's worried that he isn't meeting her expectations. Oh, Lord, child. Cracks in the foundation. So then the hosts joined the party. They asked Nicole basically like, girl, what happened? How did you get here with Benaya? So she's telling them that she was engaged to Sam I Am briefly, but she could not have chosen a better man than Benaya. I mean, I don't know about all that. Benaya can't even give you a mailing address, but he seemed nice though. He seemed nice, but he gonna have to get stable. He said losing her makes him see that she's the one. The host is such a nice looking couple. I was looking at them. I was like, they look so nice together. So then they tell them that it's their last day there and it's time to move into the shared apartment. They also get their phones back and they're meeting each other's family and friends for the first time. I'm not sold on any of the couples besides Jasmine and Bobby and Steven and Sabrina. The jury is still out on the rest. I don't know, honey. I don't know. And I haven't seen Demi and Ollie kiss much at all. They're the least affectionate couple. Jasmine told Demi, if anybody breaks your heart, girl, I will hurt them. Honey, Jasmine, tag me in, child. As soon as you get through, I'm in. Just as I said that, Ollie is telling Benaya that he's looking around and he sees all the other couples being affectionate and he and Demi aren't that touchy-feely, but they don't need to be like everybody else because they feel good about them being in a relationship. Let me tell you something. When a man is proud to be with you and he wants to be there, even the most non-PDA person in the world will still show some type of affection. He is not fully attracted to Demi because if he were, then he would show some type of affection because I guarantee you, if it were Catherine, he would be all hands on deck. Nobody would have to question whether or not they're in a good space. They seem more to me like friends than they do an engaged couple. Y'all are in an oasis and y'all giving handshakes and pounds and stuff. Now, child, spice it up. Okay, spice it up. He said, I don't need to put on. We're good. And again, are you trying to convince us or yourself? Moving forward. Over on the other side, Catherine and Demi finally go off to talk. Demi told her, I was triggered the other day when y'all were talking. Catherine said, I chose Freddie and I'm going to marry him. I'm happy with him. It's just hurting me because you haven't been being yourself. And even Freddie was saying how quiet you are. And I know that you're not really that quiet. So Demi, of course, starts to cover Ollie and say it's not his fault. He's not making her feel bad. He's not making you feel good either. He's not making you feel bad. Okay. But he's not making you feel the best in this moment either. And a lot of it is her insecurities. She doesn't feel like she deserves an Ollie. She even said, like, if I saw him, I would just keep walking because I would think, oh, he won't be interested in me. Girl, you got to get out of that. You have to learn to sit in your confidence. When you're sure of yourself, then others follow suit. When you walk into a room, you need to command the room. That in turn will make him proud to be with you. But you sitting with your shoulders all hunched over talking about some, well, if I saw him, then I wouldn't get. No, absolutely not. She said Ollie is amazing and they don't know Ollie. He has several layers to him. He has so much depth to him. Catherine said, okay, well, I want to see you happy like us. Like we want to see it on your face. Girl, not like us. The fine funeral director just told you he laid 2 women to rest at the same damn time. Your poker face is just better than Demi's. Baby, let's just keep it real. You are upset as well because Freddie told you he used to cheat back in the day and not on test. And now all of a sudden you sitting up in Demi's face trying to act like y'all just the best couple in the world. Girl, we just want to see you happy. Girl, kick rocks. Moving forward. Over on the other side, Freddie is talking to Steven about him telling Catherine about him cheating 7 years ago. He said, it just doesn't define me. I'm not like that anymore. So then Ollie came over to sit and talk with Bobby and Jasmine. Well, baby, what'd he do that for? She's telling him, you pulled Bobby for a chat, but you should have pulled Demi aside first. He's like, yeah, you're right. I should have. I said the exact same thing. You see that she's uncomfortable. It's written all over her face. And you pull Bobby to the side to stroke your ego and see if he saw Catherine looking at you. You were not concerned about Demi at all. So then Jasmine tells him, Demi needed the reassurance. And the only thing I didn't like is the fact that she was telling Ollie that Demi was insecure. You don't need to speak on that for her. She can have a conversation with him about that. You don't need to speak on that. So Jasmine is telling him that Demi needed reassurance, and Ollie told her that he's getting overwhelmed. Now he told her, he said, I'm getting overwhelmed with this conversation. I only want to talk to Demi about this. Demi is over there fighting for Ollie's reputation, and she's telling them, he rubs my back, he hugs me, he kisses me. Ma'am, if he's doing all that, you won't have to convince other people. And why is it only when no one's watching? Why is that? You deserve to be seen out in public. That's like men who always want you to come chill at their house. Baby, I'm not a house sitter. I'm not coming to your damn house to Netflix and chill all damn day. Every time you want to meet me, you want to meet me in your house. Why can't you take me out in public? Are you ashamed of me? Absolutely not. Come on now, Demi. She said the only time she gets tense is when she's around them. So then Jasmine is over on the other side telling Ollie, let's be honest. If you're feeling it, you're feeling it. If you ain't, you ain't. So where's your head at? Where's your head at? Where's your head at? Like, where's your head at? Child, where's your head? She's like, what's going on? He said, I cannot do this right now. She said, do you like her or not? He said, yeah, or I wouldn't even be here. Jasmine is trying to get things out of him. He's getting upset. She's telling him he needs to reassure Demi. He's getting even more upset. Now, Jasmine, you're overstepping your boundaries. I do think that you mean well, but you are doing a bit too much right now. Jasmine, drilling him isn't going to help anything. Demi has to speak up for herself. Now, I know, you're her pod friend and whatnot, but you're going to make matters worse. And what he's going to take from this is that Demi has been bad-mouthing him to you, and then you're coming to him in her defense. And this is going to backfire, so you need to fall back. I know everybody likes Jasmine. I like Jasmine as well, but this right here was too much. She did absolutely too much in this moment. And I just feel like at a certain point, these are all grown, engaged people. So let's just focus on Bobby. Okay? Let's just focus on him. So baby, Demi walks up unbeknownst to her. And she's like, you want to go for a walk? He being all pissy. He's like, no. So she sits down and he's like, I'm done with this. So she's laying on him. Demi, read the room. She's like, what? He said, what have you been saying to people? I knew it. I knew by Jasmine doing that he was going to think that Demi is talking bad about him. And really and truly, she's been defending him to anyone who will listen, including the people who do the confessionals. But you need to watch your tone with Demi. Don't talk to her like that. Okay, I don't like that. So Demi said, well, I mean, it's your body language. He gonna say, I'm tired of being under scrutiny. I barely know her and you barely know her. Demi said, okay, hold on. I definitely do know her. Okay, girl power, honey. Who run the world? Girls. And Demi was like, don't do my friend like that. I know her. He said, nobody here has my back and I don't want to be here. I'm done with it. Well, don't take it out on her. She had absolutely nothing to do with Jasmine overstepping her boundaries. Nothing. So Demi is telling him that she just wants to protect her. So maybe that's why she overstepped. She said, well, what do you want to do? He said, I want to leave and go home. I should have never come here. So then he says, F this ish. And he gets up and walks off. That is so embarrassing to Demi. Now, he would have been pissed if she stormed off making a scene. Your anxiety is through the roof right now, Ollie, because you know Jasmine struck a nerve. Now, you were upset last episode and last group outing because Demi had a face, okay? She was making a stank face and you wasn't feeling it. Now, you gonna storm off and make a scene in front of everybody and it's supposed to be okay? The nerve, honey. Back at the villa, once he's semi-calmed down, he says to Demi, "No, I'm just wondering if this is even for us." This one uncomfortable situation has you wanting to call the whole thing off? This is the thing. I understand that you should minimize outside noise, but how will you handle things outside of this bubble? I feel like you were just looking for an out, because what are you even talking about right now? So now he's acting like he wants to leave the experiment because it's a hindrance to his relationship with Demi. You just don't like people calling you out, and that's just point blank in the period. Despite all of that, Demi is still wanting to press forward. My thing is this. This is a vacation from the real world. Oh, and speaking of calling it vacation, I love how they call it holiday. Oh, we're about to go on holiday. I'm going to start calling it that, child. Ain't a bit more from the UK than the man in the moon. But I'm going to start calling it that because I just think it just gives it so much zhuzh. Like I'm going on holiday. I know that's right, honey, especially when it's my birthday. Baby, I'm going on holiday. That's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. But the thing is this is a vacation from the real world. If y'all cannot handle being in paradise, how in the world are you going to handle being at the shared apartment? All of this is a test. And right now you're failing. Catherine and Freddie. So they're talking about him dropping that bomb on her. Freddie says it doesn't define him and he doesn't like planting seeds of doubt in her head and he doesn't want her to look at him any differently. Child, now she got him sniffling and crying. He is really taking it hard that Catherine now knows that he's not a perfect Ken doll. It's okay, Freddie. It is okay. Moving forward. So now they're back in London town. 21 days until the wedding. So everyone is moving into their places, right? The places are beautiful. And I was just looking around. I'm like, how much are flats in London? Baby, let me find out. Because, baby, it was just beautiful. Jasmine and Bobby. So they're getting settled. And Jasmine says she's a jealous person. And she hopes that he's not constantly scrolling social media. Uh-oh. This is about to be a fool. This is about to be a fool. Ben and Nicole. So he wasn't able to give her a ring when he proposed. So he came in with this beautiful ring. Okay, Ben, I see you. He put it right on her finger and on the right finger. And he actually put it on. Okay. He didn't care nothing about her boring brown eyes. Because he looking at her like, pretty brown eyes. You know, I see them. Baby, Ben like him some Nicole. Do you hear me? Catherine and Freddie. So she's still thinking about the cheating and worried if the shared apartment is going to make or break them. And break Demi and Ollie. She said they're going to continue to see where they end up and she's ready to see the other people. He doesn't want to go around them people. He's like, I don't want to be around those people no more. I'm good. Girl, he want to isolate you so nobody can show you the obvious. So I wouldn't be bothered. Nicole and Benaya. So they sealed the deal, and after that ring, honey, they went on down to Pound Town in London Town. Benaya gives it 2 thumbs up. Maria and Tom. Apparently, Tom is always on his phone. He says it's because of his job, and you can tell a lot about a person by their job. So she wanted to know how he felt about her being a makeup artist. He said that, he had a low opinion of her, and he was judgmental at first. I told y'all it's something about Tom. She likes him more than he likes her, and he had a low opinion of her. She told him to be less judgy. He said, well, I want someone that I can have a nice life with. And people break up because of jobs. So she's in her feelings because she feels like it's stupid to judge someone based on a job. Now, I can kind of understand him wanting to make sure that the income is stable, but everybody has to do something. Okay, you're no better than she is. And makeup artists sometimes make more than someone in corporate spaces. So let's not do that. And for him, it's not even about the money. He's more concerned about if Maria is stuck on looks because she does makeup. What? She said, look, I'm not going to be with someone that thinks low of me. Like I'm not intelligent because of my job and I'm not adequate enough for them. Girl, you're a makeup artist and you chose that lipstick that rubbed off everywhere. Girl, wait a minute. I just thought about that. Maria. Girl, not you choosing that lip stain and you a dang on makeup artist. Girl, anyway, Tom is not it, child. Leave him where he at. She felt a way about how he was talking to her and what he said, and she's trying to figure out why he even wants to share space with her. If you think I'm not worthy, what are you doing here? Baby, that shared apartment gonna show the real every time. And that was the end of the episode. So in the end, Maria and Tom had a little spat about her occupation. Y'all comment down below and tell me what you think about that. Do you think that Tom was right in feeling like, girl, you're a makeup artist? Like, I would never. Like, or do you think Okay, you a little judgy, Boots. What do y'all think about the first interaction between Catherine and Ollie? Now, truth be told, I don't think that Catherine was looking at Ollie in any way other than look at me. Because the thing is, I remember her saying that Demi and he wouldn't look good together in the outside world. So for me, I feel like she was trying to, she was trying to show him what he missed, but she doesn't like him. Okay, and that's just that on that. Y'all comment down below. Tell me exactly what you think. Comment and I'm going to comment back. I will be back with episodes 7 and 8, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.